between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line.
This is Leonard Fournette. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
On the carry.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. Brady now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10. Throwing again. Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On 2nd down, Whitmore. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Jones on 3rd down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
46-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now Jones on 1st down, finds his tight end Ingram, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Whitmore. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bucs' 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Right there, 54.
They'll run on 1st down. Whitmore. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Taken down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
1st and goal at the 1.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Whitmore. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Giants 7, Buccaneers 0.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady.
He'll let one go deep for Howard.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody find someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the 39, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Wait, 53!
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Tackled at the 25.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
So Carter brought him down. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go with Jones. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Xavier McKinney.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Bucks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Brady. Fournette fighting through. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down now, Whitmore. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Jones now, operating from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check. 45. Come on. Check. Watch the run. Watch the run. 45. 45. Mike, 45.
Throwing on first down. Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after.
And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Throwing Jones. Buying time to his left. And now he's got him in. Complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
At the 33-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Whitmore. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters. And how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. To Evans on the slant. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Check like 45. Check like 45. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check 3. Check 3.
On first down, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
To Darius.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
45.
From the gun, Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
10 at the 38-yard line.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Off play action. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
4 yards. That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
54. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll run on first down. Whitmore, he'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Jones. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Under 10. Under 10.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
That's a gain of 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On third down, Whitmore. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, Joe Judge going to send in the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. Kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
That one good for 33 and a first.
First down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go again. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Shadow.
This is Jones. And some room to work. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Trey Hendrickson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
2nd down.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And that is incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. You.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
42.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Check. Mustang 19. 45. Mike 45. I got one.
From the gun, Jones. And James has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You better be afraid. It's going to be Timberwolves. You better be afraid.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I give.
Come on. You better bring it. 30. Check your hot read. Bang. Check. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whitmore, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
The kicker on.
A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
45, Buccaneers 10.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Right there, 54 Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Carried by the wide receiver.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Brady now on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whitmore, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
25, check 25.
On third down, Whitmore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Whitmore. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Running back.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
You ain't going nowhere. 45's the mic. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Watch the twist. Shit! Watch the shit!
On 2nd down, Whitmore finding some room at midfield. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Giants.
A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Giants 52. Buccaneers 17.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down
On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
here. First down.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll run on 1st down. Whitmore. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Crunch. Hatchet. He's coming. We got double up.
On third down, Whitmore. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
Greg Dortch on the return. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing is Brady on third down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
Fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.